Oh,
So, good morning or good night, depending on where you are in the world. And welcome to another interview of the Shield Dude on a Couch. Today, I got Chris Berardo, and he's got his band, but he also has a new album coming out that comes out this Friday, the 28th. And if you like southern rock and country vibes, you will dig this. Basically, when I was listening to this album, I thought this is what John Bon Jovi is trying to do in his
all
new records. So
right, that's good. I'll take it. I mean,
well, how
yeah,
are you, Chris, man?
I'm good. I'm good. I'm really good. Been looking forward to it. Thank you for having me. Yeah, this is fun.
Yeah.
So,
So I did that Bon Jovi comparison because his last album, he's got more of like that
yeah,
vibe. So I was listening to some songs. I'm like, yeah, this sounds like what John Bon Jovi is trying to achieve. But
I
for
know what you mean. Yeah, the last albums of theirs have sort of been getting more towards what we all call Americana now. Like they're just more of a rock band. You know, in the '80s they had that kind of metally thing like a lot of people have. But if you listen to it, I agree with you. He's gotten a lot more of a natural sound, and they're just sort of a just more of a straight up rock band. And so I get that, and because we're a rock band too, we're just have maybe some more country influences than that, but. I haven't heard that before, but I like it.
yeah, I'm just making that comparison. But no, you got that. I gotta be honest. I'm not a huge country fan, but my girlfriend is. So where my girlfriend is, she put some country music, and she like, see, you like it too. I'm more into the like heavier stuff and stuff, but yeah, I like it because it has kind of like that southern rock,
Yeah,
and obviously you have a great voice
thank you.
to it. So the plus I like the I listened to the whole album.
Oh,
Uh,
good.
this morning it was a great album to listen to in the morning. You know, I was like preparing to do my actual job. It's been a stressful week, and as much as I love metal, like if I want to be stressed, I'm not gonna put like Metallica at
Yeah,
8 in the
that's
morning.
not a relaxer. Yeah.
I was listening to your record, and pretty cool. So the album is called. I'm gonna show the artwork, which is your picture, but I'm gonna show it
Sure.
so people can know this is the album. It's called Wilder All the Time, not to be confused with Girls Gone Wild.
Yeah, no. Well, on a good day.
But okay, so yeah, so it's a you're sitting somewhere, and it's straight to the point. So
That's
the
me
album,
that's me sitting on a corner in Austin, Texas. Just I look like the guy they're gonna round up probably in a few minutes.
uh, hopefully not. Yeah, Austin. I've been to Austin, Texas. It's a pretty interesting, uh, like town. Are you from Austin, Texas?
No, I'm not from there, but over the years it's become kind of a second home to me in the band, and we recorded this whole album there, and I just love it. We toured through there several times a year for many years, going back 20 years, and I go there just to see other people play and drink beer and eat tacos, and so it's just it's like a second home and just a town we love, and making the record there was a joy. So great
Yeah,
time, I love it.
I've been to Austin, but I went like to a wedding once years ago, and I like it because I always wanted to go like to South by Southwest because it seems like such a musical city and like
Yeah,
different music. So
it is,
pretty.
and they have everything. South by I've played at the last 20 something South by Southwest, not all official, but always. And the last 6 or 7 years, we've been an official participant. But, and like I said, we love the town. But the festival is very diverse, man. It's really eclectic. And like, if you're a metal guy, you could find plenty. I mean, you can find like the Japanese metal band of the moment, and or anything, dance stuff. It's real eclectic. There is a Americana and country vibe to it, certainly being in Texas, but it's got everything. It's and that's what's kind of fun about it. You get exposed to a lot of stuff I would normally probably bump into. So I recommend.
Yeah, no, it sounds. I think I like the idea of being like buried because, like, if
Yeah,
you go to just like the same type of metal bands playing, it can get stale. So I like the variety part of stuff. That's why in the channel I've interviewed different styles, because I like to like styles of music. So Wilder All the Time, is there a story behind that album title?
Well, the title is a lyric in the last song on the album, and it just happens to be like a line in the chorus, and it struck me as kind of, out of the context. I just thought, I'm not a kid. That's no secret. I'm not 20, but I've been at this a long time, and my enthusiasm has not diminished. And I feel like, you get better at what you do. Sometimes it's a shame in the arts that you get older and people tend to forget that you're getting better at it. It's like hitting a baseball or making an omelet. Like, you keep doing it, you start to get good. And I guess I was just thinking that I feel, as the same enthusiasm. I feel wilder than I ever did in all the good ways. I feel ready to go. I feel like ready for the next challenge, the next fun, the next, strange high adventure. So when I noticed that line in the chorus, I just thought, yeah, that's, Wilder all the time. That's what the nuns who raised me would probably just say, he was wild to start with.
I went to Catholic school too.
14 years, man. Yeah, I still can feel the ruler on my hands from that.
Remember that I listened to music by Satan. So some claim that Nirvana's Nevermind in Smells Like Teen Spirit, when they say hello, they were saying hell. Oh, I'm like, no.
Oh boy. I don't want to get on the wrong side of anything.
Yeah, but Wilder all the time. I think a lot of people, like, especially not everyone, but there's a lot of people that they get old and they forgot what they used to like when they were young.
Yeah. Yeah, and I think that's you gotta watch out for that. Yeah, because it should just be getting better. Like I said, you should be getting better at it and figure out what you love and what you don't need. Start to carve it out till you get down to the essentials. And this job I do is as fun now. It's more fun now than it ever was, because I feel I have a better command of what I do. I work with better people. I have better situations because you put the time in. Maybe you have a tiny bit of success here or there, and the band gets a little better. But but I love it, and I think you got to remember that it's you liked all these things when you were a kid, and there's no reason to lose that. No, the music hits me just like it always ever did.
Yeah, but like we said, there's some people like just stop like enjoying stuff, but I think
they're wrong. They're wrong, Hector.
They're wrong.
They've made a mistake.
Not that I'm saying that people should be immature. You have stuff to pay, but like you have to also like have fun. So you get done. So Also, I'm guessing now that like when you more experience writing, like, do you feel more comfortable now writing at this point in your life?
Yeah, definitely. I feel like anything else, you get better, you hope to get better, you learn from doing. I think a trick when you're a kid, or at least for me, because I liked so many kinds of music. I mean, I really loved everything, and I really wanted to be everything. And, to find what's authentic for you in that situation can take a while to really chisel it down to the thing that you can offer that's unique. So I think my writing's changed like that. I've gotten more of it takes a lifetime sometimes to really get a unique perspective, and the point of view that's your own. And I write stuff now that I feel like is maybe a little corner of the room that I can offer that you don't see everywhere. It just maybe not a big thing, but it's my thing. And that takes a lot of years. And I'm more comfortable now writing like that, like writing for this guy, instead of for all the singers in the world. I think I sort of that makes it fun. I can really zero in on things, and it's skill, like a lot of things too. You get a better command of it. It gets to be more fun. We always love things when we're better at them, right? So if tennis is more fun if you're good, or golf, so in songwriting, I think it gets more fun as you start to get a better feel for it. But
I would be bored of I'm playing golf.
Yeah, I played golf when I was a kid a lot, and then at some point when I was a teenager, the music and the bands and the beach and girls, and that was that. That was it for me in golf.
Chris, but when I think of golf, I just think of stuff.
What? I couldn't hear.
Like golf is a corporate sport.
Yeah,
It's just the high
so
ups in that.
expensive. Yeah. Well, it's expensive to play. You know, you put a ball in the woods and you're out $4. Or, you know, so, yeah, I don't play anymore. Maybe one day I will, but I know what you mean. You don't strike me as a golfer. So,
No, I'm not a golfer.
yeah.
I rather play bowling.
Yeah, bowling's fun. Well, yeah, you know. Well, both sports involve a lot of beer drinking, which is fun. But bowling, bowling you can do in a couple hours instead of being in the hot sun for 5 hours.
Yeah, that's right. So, there's a lot of like nostalgic songs on the album, but like heavy subject matter. And I think one that has like nostalgic matter, but heavy is "Take Me Back." What's the backstory of that song, "Take Me Back"?
Yeah, a lot of people mention that because it is, it's definitely nostalgic. You know, you can tell that right away. It's sort of looking back to a simpler time. And for me personally, I'd had a health situation years back, and I'm fine now. I mean, it was some years back now, but because I'd written the song, a lot of these songs on this album we've been playing for years, and so they're not all brand new songs. But I had gotten this.
Something happened.
Are you there? You all right? You look like you took a spill.
It's the technology. Let me get this figured out because now it looks all weird.
There you go.
What the hell happened? Okay, so we were talking about "Take Me Back." So tell
Take
me
Me
a little
Back.
bit about
So years back, and like I said, it's not a brand new song. We've been playing it a lot longer than before we recorded it. And I had a medical situation, and it was serious. And it was the first time I'd ever had something. And, you know, I always say we're all going to get some small thing or big thing in our lives. And I'd never had anything. I just was, you know, a guy in a band, just revving it up as much as I could and, you know, having as much fun as fast as I could. And that's okay. You know, I'm good at that. I'm highly trained for that kind of stuff. But something eventually growing up is going to happen. And I did have this health thing, and it was serious. And it made me stop for a second and just take a look at it. It forced me to stop and just consider where I was at, you know, have to deal with a grown up thing, which that's okay too, you know. But it made me think back, and during some of the tougher days of it, I found myself thinking, boy, I just wish I was a kid again, like when everything was, you know, fun and easy, and you never thought about a grown up problem. But then, of course, the trick of that is then you got to deal with it. And I always say I wanted to look back and think that I was the kind of guy that dealt well with it. I wanted to be proud of how I managed myself through it. So it was like a little bit of a growing up song, but looking back and thinking it was so much easier then. Because as we get older, you know, you lose people. We lost our drummer around that time. We'd had for 14 years and was our friend and brother. And these adult themes start popping up, you know. So it was that. It was an age thing. It was an experience thing. It was just starting to get a grip on a couple real life stories.
Okay, yeah. So yeah, it's a good song, but yeah, I could the backstory. One of my favorite songs on the record is "Take a Little Love." Beautiful song. Tell me a little bit about that one.
Thank you. It's a pretty song. I like it too. I appreciate that. I wrote it as sort of a little more of a country-ish song, actually. And my producer, David Abeda, heard it as sort of a big ballad like that. And I write and do a lot of ballads. I love a big ballad. So he suggested we try it like that. And, you know, I think it's just a song about remember, don't forget where you are. Don't forget to take joy in the small things and what's happening right now. There's no promises about big rewards down the road, man. So, love it now. Just dig every day and just remember, be thankful for the people and situations that bring you joy right now. Don't miss them. Don't blink and miss any joy, because that's the payoff. I think.
No, I agree. But then you have funk songs like the king of funk. So are you, man?
Yes, I am the king of fun. I am absolutely and unchallenged. And like I said, I'm highly trained in the areas of fun and dangerous behavior. but that song is just fun. It's madness. Yeah, it's just a romp. When me and the guys, I'll tell you, that song, we playing it live is really fun. And the impetus for it was that when we were out there in this van and trailer and going around playing gigs, any gigs we could get over the years, and especially at first, just thinking about that and all, there was always a story. There was always a near disaster. There was always, some sort of high adventure. And that was almost like a travelogue, like a little video documentary, almost, that song, like a musical version of it, of just adventure. and I do feel like the king of fun, and I'm not bragging. I just feel like I appreciate fun, and like I said, I'm highly trained at how to do it. So why not?
Yeah, it's good to keep having fun in life. But the song I wanted to touch upon was "Try Love," because that was one of the ones that I listened to. I'm like, this is what Bon Jovi is trying to do.
Well, I could see. I wish you would. First, I wish you'd give it a go. That might be lucrative for me. Maybe you could suggest it to him. It's a pretty ballad. I wrote it on the piano, and we tried it. We recorded it once before, sort of more of like a Beatle-y way, and the producer David had an idea to make it this kind of atmospheric, sort of vibey thing, and which I loved. I loved how it turned out, and it's a song about basically, it's simple. Just try. Like I said about a couple things. You can try. It's an option. Like if everything else is going crappy for you, well, just try taking the highest road. Whether it's a relationship or trusting someone or just giving yourself up sometimes to the circumstances. Just like, it's me saying, hey, I'm no one to give advice. What do I know? But hey, why not just try the high road? Why not try opening your heart up? You have nothing to lose. and I think, when at my better moments, I remember to do that. Like, hey, give it a go, man. Only something great could happen. And on my bad moments, I don't remember that. But the song, that's what the song was for me. Just, hey, give it a try.
Well, if you don't try, oh my God, I was going to quote Coldplay. If you don't try, you'll never know. I'm like, oh, that's a Coldplay lyric.
Yeah. Well, yeah, we think alike, me and those guys.
but it is true, like you gotta do stuff. So yeah, work all the time. If you like southern rock with some country, like I don't know, like how you say, you have that thing in the guitar that you say the twang, right?
Yeah, there's twang in there. My albums before this were more country, but this one I kind of want to get back to the live sound we have, which is more of a solid kind of rock thing. But there's the twang in there. There's the it's just in there. I like American sound and stuff and instruments, and I like acoustic instruments sort of banging up against the electric. Just gives it a sparkle that that pushes my buttons. So there's country elements, but this is more a rock record than the last couple. I always think sometimes somebody mentioned it, and I thought, yeah, I don't know if you're familiar, but if you listen to the really early Bryan Adams records.
I like Bryan Adams.
Yeah, he was great. And those records were just rock with songs, and so I don't know. I thought it's not, mine isn't like that, but there's elements of things like that. I think it's a rock record that retains some of the rootsy things that we've done for years and that I like.
Awesome. But yeah, I get that Brian Adams. Yeah, back in the 90s when I was in high school, that Brian Adams was the songs that you sent to that crush. Like you start singing "Please Forgive Me," and then she would be like, "We're not even dating."
See, but good strategy. But yeah, he wasn't afraid of a big ballad. You know, he'd write a rock song, he'd write a ballad. You know, he'd write a romantic song. The first two albums were pretty rocking. They really were. And yeah, most of his lyrics are pretty romantic, and that's one way to get around having to, explain yourself.
So do you have out of the newer album While There All the Time? Do you have a favorite song right now, or like the one that you like to play the most?
You love them all. It's like when you created them and you record them with your friends, like each one is really important to me. But the one that is coming out with the album, we put a couple singles out first, and the one that is kind of coming out now with the album that's sort of getting pushed to radio and to folks to hear is a song called Wanda Lee. And when we play that, it's always, it always goes over pretty well. It's fun. It's a lot of the kind of things I love, harmony singing and jangly guitars, and it's rocking, but it's fun. So that one always sort of makes me feel like, yeah, that's a lot of what I'm trying to get at there. And it's fun to play. And so far people seem, over the years we've been playing it, to like that one. I like it. So today, that's my favorite.
Dali.
Yeah.
Is Wanda Lee a real person?
Oh, Wanda Lee. Miss Wanda Lee exists, in your mind, or or maybe she's somebody I was just thinking about someone who might be a little lost and life didn't shake out exactly like they'd hoped, or maybe they're just having a bad time and they're sort of looking for a connection. But it's not a sad song. I think it's just about people trying to connect with each other and trying to, find the spark out there in the big world. So she's, I found online one time accidentally a woman who was named Wanda Lee, and it was spelled just like that, like I spelled it, Leigh. And so I sent her like a note on social media, and I said, I'd written this song. And it's Wanda Lee, and I never heard her. She couldn't have cared less. I never heard a word about it. But somewhere there's a Wanda Lee, but I don't know if it's our Wanda Lee.
Well, we'll never know. Chris, it's been great chatting with you. Even I don't know what happened. That this hopefully the whole interview is intact.
Yeah, I hope so. Otherwise, we'll do it again. I'm happy to come back and re-chat.
People will be like, wow, why did they start in the middle? But yeah, sometimes shit happens. So
shit happens all the time. More often than not. Shit happens.
So Chris, before I let you go, anything that you like to say the fans, or like are you guys gonna be playing shows soon?
Well, I like to reiterate that the album, I don't know when we'll be seeing this, but it comes out what is tomorrow, which is February 28th, the day all the planets align. And it'll be available everywhere. It's on Blue Elan Records, but you can get it wherever you get your hands on your music. And we're going to start playing a lot more. We have a kind of a release show with another artist who's also on the same label, the great Jonathan Magnus, who's Grammy-nominated blues, fantastic artist. And we're going to together do a show on April 3rd at Cafe One, New York City, to kind of kick this all off. And then later that week, I think it's April 9th, 10th, and 11th, I'm going to check, but we're playing with our buddy Dwayne Betts, who we've known for years and is one of the great guitar players and played with his father Dickie for many years, but doing a couple shows with him. And then we'll see. Then we're going to try to kick it off and get out there again and start shaking hands and having some fun. Definitely soon.
No, nice. Sounds like a fun time. So, Chris, I want to thank you, for taking some time to chat with me tonight, about the album, and different stuff. So culture, you know, like if you like some southern rock with some country, like check Chris Berardo music out. The album's called Wilder All the Time. Uh, Not Party All the Time. That's Eddie Murphy.
You can do both.
You can
They
do
work in
both.
tandem.
Yeah. So until next time, couchers, this is Sector, the shield dude on a couch, and also right here on the couch. Thank you and goodbye.
Thank you.